We just got notice that a new level cap is coming to Marvel Strike Force in the next update. What do you need to do to prepare for it right now? It was also announced that Quicksilver is also coming very soon to MSF. He'll be the first Cosmic Crucible release character. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? We got the official unlock requirements made public for Apocalypse, and does this change anything for you? A new month-long milestone event is coming, and it's Monday, so we're answering all of your questions in the mailbag. So if you're ready for it, there's a lot in this video, guys. You know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you're having a great day. We're talking all about Marvel Strike Force. There was a lot that went on this weekend. New level cap coming. Quicksilver is coming. We had the official unlock characters for Apocalypse officially announced. I think we all had a good suspicion of who it would be. And then we got some notice in the Strike Time episode. We just got a blog officially announcing all that stuff. We got information about the event this week and the month-long milestone event associated with it. And it is Monday. We're answering all your questions. So there's a lot that we're covering in this video. And if this is your first time here, we do this every Monday answering questions from you guys. So hit that subscribe button if you want more Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel about the latest tips, tricks, and question and answer videos. Everything to help your Marvel Strike Force experience. But let's get right into the latest blog that was just announced officially just a little while ago, and in it we got the Apocalypse Saga required characters. Now, we had a suspicion of who these characters were going to be, and in last week's this latest episode of Strike Time, which was just announced on Friday, we got word that it is indeed our Horsemen team. So the Darkhold, Morgan Le Fay, Wong, Agatha, Scarlet Witch. We have the Unlimited team, Rogue, Gambit, Sunfire, Dazzler, Phantom X, Gamma and Hulk, Red Hulk, She-Hulk, Brawn, Abomination, Deathseed, Archangel, Nemesis, Dark Beast, Magneto, and Psylocke. And we knew Spider-Weaver for a while. This was the weekend we finally got the last 2 characters announced, and we weren't sure if it was going to be 5 characters, 3 characters, 1 character. Well, it is 3 characters. Spider-Weaver, Kestrel, Deathpool, so you could feel confident. You could put your Gear 17 on them right now. You could put your ISO 8 level 4 on them right now. You want to start to gear these characters up. These are the characters that I would recommend gearing up, especially if you are in line for that Apocalypse unlock. If it's going to be somewhere down the road, well, you could still confidently invest in these characters because eventually you're going to want Apocalypse and you're going to have to put these you build up these characters for that. Now, in addition to these officially announced characters, we also got word that a new level cap is coming in version 6.7, going to level 95. Now, previously, what they've said, they've accompanied these level cap increases with a new gear tier at the same time. This time, it's not coming. Now, there's no word in if they're increasing these challenges in some of our monthly milestone events. If they're increasing, or not the monthly milestone events, but these monthly flash events like Block Party, like Chaos Theory, there's no word if they're increasing those as well, and I hope they do. They didn't increase anything for level 90, so hopefully with level 95, they start to increase some of the challenges. But the good thing is there's no new gear tier introduced, so you're still gonna need a lot of gold. You're still gonna need a lot of training mats to up the levels, but the team has heard your feedback, decided to improve the time between gear and level tiers to make them more manageable for you. Additional levels without a new gear tier, what they're saying is gonna allow you to power up characters for game modes like the current Doom Raids and Sagas, which are balanced around level 90. So you're getting to do level 90 content at level 95. Unfortunately, you can't up your gear even more, but I guess it's a good thing because a lot of players are still struggling to get a lot of their characters to gear 17. So this is a good thing in terms of not requiring the gear. It is going to be a big drain on our resources and our training mats. It's going to be great for PvE content, but not as good for PvP content because all of your opponents can also level up their content as well. But this is awesome for PvE content where your enemies, your AI enemies, are not leveling up their stuff. So good and bad around this. To celebrate this increase, a new level 95 will launch a 3-day double experience event, allowing you to level up towards level 95 twice as fast. So that's a good thing. I know we got a lot of energy spending events going on right now, but as soon as these are over, if they're over within this time frame, start saving your energy again. But we have an energy spending event going on right now, so don't do that yet. But maybe when it's over, you can start saving this so you can start to reach that next level as soon as possible. Many millions of gold been added to the events before and after the level cap increase. I don't know if they could really count the ones added before, because I'm already spending those. We got, while they were added, yes, we're getting more gold. We're also getting more gold spending events as well. So I think the ones before that are kind of a wash, but start to watch your gold, guys. Once these events that you have to spend gold are done, and you gotta, there's one for your lines as well that's coming up, opening these gold orbs. So start to save these, start to save your training mats as well. Lunar New Year calendar provides gold. Another gold calendar celebrating gold level cap will launch a day of the release, so that is good. New level cap should be coming probably next week sometime, possibly this week even as well. In order to aid boosting up your roster, there'll be free web claim and energy every Monday and Wednesday throughout all of February. Sometimes gold training mats and other items will be available in these free claims, so check the free claims. So yeah, you gotta check a third party site, or it's their site, but you gotta check a something non in the app to get you progress in the app. So there's good and bad with this level 95 increase. Awesome, like I said, for PvE content, but not as great for PvP content. So good and bad with this blog post. Let's talk about Apocalypse though, because there is his kit was announced. I'm not going to talk about his full kit in this video, because a few weeks ago we did talk about his full kit, the data mine for his full kit, which is very similar to that. So if you want my full reaction to this kit, you could check out the video from a few weeks ago, because yeah, the data mines were pretty accurate. Now, one thing I did want to talk about is his traits. He does not have the legendary trait. What the devs said, that was intentional. He's supposed to be more like a Dark Dimension release, was what they were saying, which I'm not sure what that means, because the main difference between normal legendaries and Dark Dimension is the Dark promo credits. But because all these horsemen already take the Dark promo credits, and Apocalypse is probably going to take the Dark promo credits, I'm not sure what that means, but I guess just the tag, the legendary tag, he's not going to have that. One big highlight of his basic, he's attacking the primary target, 400% damage, also getting that drain. His ISO 8 attack does some very similar stuff, and I like that they're adding this stuff into the blog post now, these ISO 8 and assist counter chances. The special attacks the primary and adjacent targets for some piercing damage, also has that drain, and has an ability to block up to a maximum of 2 as well. And you're doing additional effects with to these horseman allies. You're having a big AoE attack with his ultimate there. Big cooldown on his special, 6-turn cooldown. A 10-turn cooldown, but you're starting with 8 on his ultimate. Big AoE attack, applying trauma, and you're getting empowered. And what does empowered do? It does a really, really good thing. You're able to attack the primary target, and you're draining 60% of the target's max health during death proof. And if it drops below a certain health, the passive, if that character does have a passive, is not going to trigger. The big thing that is passive here is a really good passive, but the big thing that I did want to highlight is that the speed of this character and each horseman can only be reduced by slow. So passives like that Emma Frost passive, which reduces the speed stat of all your enemies before the battle, well, that is not going to happen to horsemen or Apocalypse when Apocalypse passive is on the field. So looks to be a very, very good character there. Now, this Destructive Diva, this is the Titania month-long milestone event for February. It's gonna have 7 main milestone events. Previously had 3. More recently, it's had 4. Now they're going up to 7. And what they say, it's supposed to be shorter in length, simpler in scoring. The events themselves are gonna be shorter in length, these main milestone events. So it looks like, at least based on what we see with that first one, 4 days instead of the 7 days. Simpler in scoring though, no, it's not simpler scoring. It's just as complicated as before. And you make an argument that it's even more complicated because now we have to keep track of 7 main milestone events and not just 4. So I don't know if I like this, guys. I don't know. It seems like it's getting more and more complicated. We're having to do more and more work. The one that is starting in just a few days is this Trial of Strength. We're gonna have to compete with complete it with your entire alliance. Now, the bad thing about this month-long milestone event for Titania, it looks like this previous one for US Agent, where it's a bunch of shards, or it's a bunch of orbs here, the shards for the orbs, not the actual character shards, unfortunately. So it looks like they're reverting. Before December, they gave us some actual character shards, making it a little more guaranteed what we could obtain for these characters throughout the month if we did all that grinding. It looks like they're reverting that to where we were previous to that. So not a good thing here. But yeah, hopefully they go back even more, make it a little easier to complete, make it a little more of a reward for grinding for a whole month. I mean, getting a 3-star character after grinding for an entire month does not feel that good, especially when we used to have free-to-play releases that you would give up to like a 5-star character sometimes if you really grinded hard. So this is the big one that's happening, the February 2nd, the Destructive Diva. This is something that you're going to have to do with your entire alliance. You're going to need to earn raid credits. You're going to get that by your raid milestones. If you didn't already claim that, you're going to need to do this by hoarding your raid rewards in your mailbox. So hopefully you've already been doing that. But it's not just for you. It's also for your entire alliance, and opening gold orbs. So if you have some gold orbs, don't open them at least till this event goes live. You're going to have to do that with your entire alliance. Now, where you're going to need to get to for this, just for that monthly milestone, is right here at milestone 25. To get to this, you're going to need 1.9 million points of this to get that Rivals Mass. You're getting a few other things here as well. You're getting some shards for some characters, and Baku shards. I see a Spider Noir shards in there. Spider-Man 2099 is all the way down here. You got some Weaver shards as well, but I don't know how valuable they are now that most people got 4,000 Weaver shards. So this is an okay event. But yeah, mainly right here, milestone 25 is where you got to get to for all this stuff. Anything extra, I think that's just gravy. Now, we do have some really good rewards here for ranking, for a leaderboard. This is going to go for your entire alliance. So there's going to be 10 alliances that are going to get at least a 6-star Dormammu. Now, they said that we would be able to get up to a 5-star Ultron in an upcoming event. That is not related to this. There's another event that we're going to get up to a 5-star Ultron. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be in this somewhere in these month-long milestones. So do that. This is going to give some Dormammu red stars though, or some promo credits. I think most alliances are going to be outside this top 50. So 500 dark promo credits and less is what most alliances should be able to realistically expect from this event. And last but not least, before we get to all your mailbag questions, I do want to talk about Quicksilver. Going down the list of players' most requested characters, excited to announce that fan favorite Quicksilver is heading to Marvel Strike Force in the not so distant future. So this does not say that he's heading in 6.7. So he could be coming 6.8, 6.9 sometime not so distant future. So it could even be months from now by Scopely's definition, but he would be the first character who would be able to earn his shards from Cosmic Crucible. So I'm not sure if this is going to be some kind of Cosmic Crucible tied event. If this is just him going to the store where Gambit and Hulkbuster and Abomination are, and you could just purchase his shards every day, not exactly sure where he's going to go. True to his name, Quicksilver will bring speed to the battles, will have synergies with certain characters and teams, but he's designed as a plug-and-play character that'll sort nicely with many of your current teams to ensure you're able to start ranking in Quicksilver shards right away. Continue to build strong teams for Cosmic Crucible to get the best rewards, and of course, you should be buying the Masters of Evil according to this blog post. So that's how you get the Quicksilver. We'll still have to get a little more information on his actual release, but yeah, coming to Cosmic Crucible. We'll see how the actual release is. But now it is time to get to your questions from the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Valley, will Skilled Military get reworked or Thunderbolts getting released in 2023? Not sure about Skilled Military being released. Normally they release teams that go along with movies. Sometimes there's some random characters like Moonstone that are coming, but normally teams I think would go along with movies as far as reworks and things like that. So if they're getting reworked, I haven't heard anything about it, but my suspicion is saying no. If Thunderbolts release, will they at least get a skill raid team or another war offense team? Not sure, depending who they're going to place on the Thunderbolts. I think that we already have some characters in the game like Red Hulk and a few others that were in the Thunderbolts that are probably not going to be in the Thunderbolts and Marvel Strike Force. So yeah, it could be a skill raid team, could be something else, could be, I mean, we've had rumors of West Coast Avengers coming as a skill raid team to replace the Secret Avengers. So maybe that's something that happened in 2023. I know we got those rumors like in late 2021. So we'll see what happens with that. The only reason I'm asking this is because I already have a Gear 17 Yelena and considering getting a Gear 16, 17 Widow and Red Guardian. I pulled 7 reds on both. Another reason to do it other than for the meme. I think at this point, if you do it, that should be a passion project that you'd like, and you're doing it just because you like the team, you like to use those characters. They're not going to give you a lot of value in Marvel Strike Force, at least right now. A Red Guardian, the good thing about him, he has a pre-match taunt. His value is going to be diminished when Absorbing Man comes into the game, because he can be a third character. Right now, there's only 2 that do that in Red Guardian and Drax. Absorbing Man looks a little better than Red Guardian and Drax, so I think his value for that will be lost a little bit. Black Widow's okay right now. She gives that speed. She has a stun on there, but doesn't really do too much. Yolanda's okay for damage as well, but military skill, they're so weak right now that they don't reliably win in Blitz right now. So I don't know if I would do it for anything other than for the meme, or that you really love your team. But yeah, I would personally skip on this team if you can. There's better options for the raids right now, brother. All right, hey, Valley, need some clarification on something. In Doom 2, I'm only missing Sharon from my raid team. I need the ISO, but everyone else is good to go. How important is she to the team? Because I can attempt a skill section with my current skill team, which is a Secret Avengers without Sharon, plus Kestrel, Shang-Chi, and either Gamora, Punisher, or Colleen for that temporary 5th. And I still get destroyed in that first node. What am I missing besides Sharon? Everyone else is gear 14, level 75. And the update to this, got Sharon to the skill team, getting destroyed. Really need to know what is the secret sauce to Sim winning this. Not sure. Normally that should be fine in Doom 2. One thing as far as your 5th though, I know you have Sharon right now, but Shang-Chi, Kestrel, Sharon, or Shang-Chi, Kestrel, rest of the Secret Avengers actually work very good. But if you're going to use a 5th, I wouldn't use Gamora, Punisher, or Colleen. I would use Nick Fury, because he could open up with that special, giving speed to the rest of the team. Kestrel will go. You could possibly do her special in the middle, giving a lot of defense downs. And then Captain Sam goes with his ultimate. That's a great opening sequence right there. The better version is the one with Kestrel and Shang-Chi. And so you're not going to have that opening speed, but you can still do that special with Kestrel in the middle, and then Captain Sam will do his ultimate, reducing their speed, and then you can go with your Shang-Chi and then reduce their speed even more. So I'm not sure what you're missing. If you're missing some T4s, if you're missing a little more power level, maybe you need to bring them up to level 80, but I know my team pretty much smashes in 3. They smash in 3.4. I don't do 3.5 on a daily basis, but they do pretty good in there. Normally the second node I could 2-tap that with the sacrifice team trying to take out that Morbius, and then that first node usually I'm one-shotting that when we were in 3.4. So that team should be good. There is a lot of luck to it. I could go with the exact same team and get smashed, and then go with the exact same team right after that and completely smash the node. So there is some RNG. I'm not sure how much that applies to Doom 2 though, so hopefully that helps. I would look at the T4s, make sure you have all the big T4s on them, and just, I guess, kind of experiment a little more, because I'm not sure what you're doing, what the enemies you're targeting first and everything like that are. So hopefully that helps. That team should do it. You might need to put a little more levels into them. You might be missing some T4s, but that team should be solid, my brother. So I know that's not a very specific answer, but there's a lot of things that you could be doing that may need to be fixed. But the team should be fine. So hopefully you figure that out and you can start smashing the skill section. But yeah, it's probably the hardest section right now in the raids. All right, hello. What is up, my brother? So I can really use their experience before I make a novice mistake. Many of us received the 4,000 Spiderweaver shards, gave us many ultra credits, and makes a large elevator room. How should I use the ultra credits? I could unlock Ultimus. Well, you're not using it for the Ultimus unlock. If you go into the game right now, I would probably open the Ultimus orbs, but not for Ultimus. Ultimus kind of sucks. I just hope for getting some good, decent characters in that. Yeah, so when I'm here, these orange catalysts are so outdated right now. We get so much orange here in other places that I wouldn't open any of these. These supplies, not that great, especially because it's all purple gear. Only thing I would open is Ultimus, but again, not for Ultimus shards themselves. When you get a gold or a purple pull here, it's actually a little disappointing because Ultimus shards are probably the worst thing here. But you can get some rarer characters. Any character that you don't have at 7 gold stars, I think is a good thing. Obviously, the better characters are better for you, but if you get any character shards, even if it's someone bad, if you don't have the character at 7 stars, I think that's a good thing. So that's what I would do with my Ultimus credits there, my brother. I could unlock Ultimus. Yeah, they're not very good. But what about ISO 8? Is it better to auto win 12 or 24 energy as they give different rewards? So I always try when I'm farming, this is what I'm doing. So right now I really have nobody to farm my ISO 8. So this is what I would do here. I go into like a character that I don't have it all at these that I could gear 5. ISO 8.5s anybody here. So I'm just going to go into one of these characters down near the bottom here. And I go to the bottom because most of my higher end characters already have all 5 levels of the green ISO 8. So I just go here. I do these 20s just because I could do more of them. If I really need like a specific piece, like, so let's say I needed this T1 controller health level 1 ISO 8. If I've done all these 20s and I don't want to spend that power cores to refresh, I will do these, but I'm using these 20s more often. I just think it gives me a better chance to get some of these pulls. When you're using some of these right here, you get 20 shots to get one, whereas this one you could get more, but you're only getting 5 shots to do this one. And actually, it's not more, it's 2 for this, 2 for this. So if you're specifically farming this ISO 8 stuff, yeah, I would do these 20s here because you get more shots to get better pulls. And then only if I'm really trying to save power cores would I do these 5s, the one that costs 20 energy. So hopefully that helps, my friend. But yeah, open your Ultimus orbs, but not for Ultimus, and do the 12 energies there. All right, I have a rumor question. Other than the Masters of Evil and maybe Apocalypse in the next patch, is there any rumors about another team or a couple other teams next patch? Like, you know, Scopely likes to put some surprise tunes in there. So I believe we did just get an in-game mail that there's 4 characters coming in the next patch. So I don't know if, or we got a data mine that there are 4 characters in the next patch. So as far as what characters it could be, I think they're gonna be 3 Masters of Evil, and they may be including Apocalypse. They may be including Quicksilver. I don't think we're gonna get any surprise teams here. But yeah, it's they're gonna either have Apocalypse as that 4th tune or Quicksilver as that 4th tune, and then 3 Masters of Evil teams. So that's what I'm expecting there. So if there's anything different, I would be very, very surprised, but it is possible that we get something different there. Hey, Valley, greetings from Singapore. With the announcement of the recent Trial of Strength milestone being Alliance base, do you think it's direction of Scopely moving with events? I'm a very active player in a less active Alliance, as I enjoy playing with my Alliance mates that they're the only reason I can still play this game. It feels like Scopely is pushing me to leave my current Alliance. If that is a new direction, it looks like I might as well quit the game before CM Archangel says my Alliance sucks again. Yeah, see, yeah. So I think that is kind of where they're pushing the players. You know, if we look at the coordinated assaults, we've been complaining about those for a while, and they made it slightly better after all the complaining, but it's still not as good as when it originally was launched. And they still didn't get rid of that to make it a totally individual event. So I think that is where they're pushing us, especially with this next Trial of Strength milestone, trying to get that Rivals Mass, doing that with your Alliance. Do you think the orb opening events are returning to the game? Sort of. Yeah, I mean, we did have a message from Cerebro about the orb avalanche when that was running back in 2021. Should I be hoarding all my orbs? Yeah, we should be hoarding all that stuff for a while. I have tens of thousands of armory, 14 and 15 yet to open. I don't think they're going to do one for that, but specific things like your raid credits, we've had milestones for that. Gold orbs, we've had milestones for that. There's a few other things that we've had milestones for. Blitz credits, we've had milestones for that. So you could hoard that stuff. I haven't really had too many specific orbs. Now, this is what Cerebro said. I don't want to read the whole message verbatim because I was trying to look where this was posted. It wasn't posted in a blog. It wasn't posted on Reddit. It was posted in a Discord Envoy server chat. So I'm not sure how much of this I could read, but what he did say, we're informing your envoys of this to let your audience know in case they ask about it. Their stance on the topic of saving, hoarding orbs is there's no orb opening event plan. And this was back in 2021 when he wrote this. Nor do we currently have any plans to do similar runs to the orb avalanche again. And there's a few reasons that he cited that they didn't want to do that type of thing, but they may be going back on that because again, this message was from 2021. This is almost 2 years ago. They didn't want players to anticipate and to plan for, and it's not as good for newer players because they haven't been playing as long and they don't have the chance to hoard as many orbs as well. So they don't, and they also don't want players to feel like if they didn't save for a future event, they were feeling dumb. So that is what they said in the past. I don't know if because we have new game developers or new people in those lead positions that their stance has changed, or this still doesn't necessarily go to orb opening events, because it's not necessarily tied to opening orbs. I guess this one is getting open and gold orb, the one for the trial of strength, but the previous ones, it was for collecting things like grade credits and blitz credits, something that we could start to hoard, but not necessarily tied to an orb. So hopefully they're not going back on this. I know the community was not very happy back in the day with this, and that message kind of made them a little more happy. And I think for the long-term health of the game, it's not good to have these hoarding type events. So hopefully we get more clarification on this stuff, and we don't get a lot of these hoarding events like we do now with this trial of strength. Hello, Valley, with Captain Carter. Most people are putting healer ISO on her. You think she has enough healing already built in, and she's better off with another class like Raider, perhaps? All right, this answer is not going to be specific for everybody. It's going to be different for everybody, because while some people will need an extra healing, and I think if you're struggling with certain raids, that extra healing will make a big difference. Other people, they're going to have their rebirth team built a little bigger. Healing's not going to be an issue, and more damage is going to be effective. So as long as you're an ISO 8 green, I think you can experiment with a few different classes. Personally, with my Sharon Carter, I'm going with healer, because her basic does that regeneration, and she has a heal on her special and ultimate. So I think that a healer is the best for her. Although I don't have the team built and have done too much experimentation with it. As I go into the raids though, and I'm using this team, and her healing is either good where it is, or I could use a little more damage. The healing's not as important. I don't see their health dropping too much. I might switch it, but for me right now, healer is the class that I'm going with. So yeah, but you might need to make adjustments depending on what you need and what your roster needs. And that is it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We covered a lot today. There's a lot of questions, and I hope I made Marvel Strike Force, at least for the next week or so, very clear for you. That is it, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for everybody that left a question, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys enjoy Apocalypse. Hopefully you enjoy the new level cap that's coming. And hopefully there's not as much hoarding events that are coming. Hulk fist bump. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. ValleyFlyin out.